Hello Python programmers. So in this video, I'm going to show you that how you can create a home surveillance system using Python. So first of all, let's understand the idea behind this project. So we'll connect a video recording device with our Python program. It can be a mobile phone, it can be a wireless camera module, or simply your webcam. For simplicity, we are going to use a webcam only, but if you want to know that how you can use the external modules like mobile camera or Wi-Fi cam, then I'll provide playlist link in the description. You can watch that playlist. Okay. So moving ahead, the video is recorded, provided to a Python program. Then what our Python program will do is it will detect whether there is a human face or not. And if there is a human face, it will store the exact date and time at which the human face was present in front of camera, and then store it into a specific folder. And also it will record all the activities that human face performed in a video file, and only the human activities will be recorded. So this is what our project is gonna be. This is a small home surveillance system program. So first of all, let's see that what is the system requirement for this project. We're gonna use many packages, but most of them comes pre-installed with the vanilla Python installation. The only thing that you have to install is OpenCV Python. For me, this is already installed, so it didn't take much time. Okay. So with this being said, let's get to our editor so that we can start writing our code. But before that, let's have a word from our today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Hostinger. Hostinger is one of the most affordable hosting plan in the market. Their plans literally starts from 59 rupees per month, and this comes with a 30 days money back guarantee. And if you use my code I know Python, you will get an additional 7% off. So definitely check them out. I'll provide my coupon code as well as the registration link in their description. Okay, so with the sponsor section being done, let's start writing our code. So first of all, what we have to do is we have to import the required libraries. So let me quickly import them, and then after that I'll explain you that what libraries are used for what task. Okay, so we have imported the required libraries. CV is OpenCV here. It will be used for all the image detection tasks, and then time and date time to get the exact time at which the face was present so that we can save image with the same date and time. Okay. Argpass will be used to combine all the images and create a video of all the action that face was performing. And as we know, OS is used for file handling. Okay. Now, what we have to do is we have to import a face cascade. Now, what is a face cascade? A face cascade is a XML file which has all the properties of a human face. Now, there are many cascade files. Cascade for cat face, cascade for cars, cascade for nose, cascade for eyes. But here we are taking the example of human face. So we'll use the cascade of human face. I'll provide the link for both the cascade and this Python program in the description. It will be my GitHub repository link. Okay. Okay, so we have used the cascade classifier class of our OpenCV to open this hard cascade and extract all the properties from it. Okay, then what we have to do is we have to create a video variable to take the input from our webcam. So we'll simply write a video capture. Okay, and we are using our webcam here. This is why we have to write 0. If we were using any external source, we'll write the data here. Okay, then what we have to do, we have to create an infinite loop and then extract the data that is present in our video variable. Okay, so it will return two values. First is stack and second is frame. Frame is the variable in which the actual data is present. Okay, so it will be video dot read, and if frame is not none. Okay, if frame is not none, okay, none, then what we'll do is we'll convert our image into grayscale. Okay, so we have converted our colored image into grayscale. We are using the CVT color class of our OpenCV, and there are two parameters. First is frame or the picture that we want to convert into grayscale, and then this class CV2.color. BGR is blue, green, red to gray. Simple English. Now what we have to do is we have to detect if there is any facial feature in this gray variable, and for that we'll be using this face cascade. Okay, so I'm gonna create this face variable. Okay, so we are using the detect multiscale class of our OpenCV to detect the features of our face cascade, which is our R cascade of face on this gray variable. And these are the scaling factors or the precision factors. I have explained them more clearly on my previous video of face detection. I'll provide the video link in the description. Okay, then what we have to do here is if there is a human face, then we have to draw a rectangle or a square. Basically it's a square only. We have to draw a square around that face, that green square. Okay. Okay, so we have stored the data in our image variable, and we are using the rectangle class of our OpenCV. These are the parameters inside. First is the frame, the image on which we are going to draw this rectangle. Now we are returning the colored image to the user. This is why we are writing this frame here, not this gray variable, because this gray variable will only be used for image detection. It will not be displayed to the user, nor it will be saved in the video. Okay, first is this frame variable, our colored image, then the X and Y. Okay, so this face variable will have four values: X, Y, W, and H, which is starting X and Y coordinates. If I explain you in lay terms, let's say that your human face is on a graph, and the starting point where your face starts, that coordinate X and Y is this value, then the width of your human face, width of your face and the height of your face. Okay, so first value here is this X and Y inside these brackets. Then the third value is X plus W and Y plus H. Now if you want to create a rectangle, you should know the height and width. This is what we are doing here. First the starting coordinate, then the width, and then the starting Y and the height. So this is how we'll draw the rectangle. Then we have the color of the rectangle. Here we are drawing green, and the last parameter is the width of the rectangle, the width of the pen that will be used to draw the rectangle. Then what we'll do here is we'll use the date time to record the exact date time at which the human face was present in front of the camera. Okay, so we are using the now class of our date time, and this is the style of our date time we are choosing here. First is year, then month, then day, then hour, second, minute. So this all data will be the name of our image file. Okay, so let me first write, then I'll explain you that how this data will be present on our image. Okay. Okay, so we are using the I am right class of our OpenCV. Then the name of our file or the name of our image file will be face detected. Then the exact time. Okay, let's say face detected 2021. What is the month? What is the date? I don't remember. Okay, so 5th is the month and 15 is the date and time is 2:33. So all this data will be present in the file name. Okay, dot JPJ. We are saving this in the JPJ format. And then the data that will be stored in this JPJ file, which is this image variable. Yeah, this image variable. I guess we haven't indented them. Okay, so let me indent. Okay, great. So we have saved the images with the human face. Now what we'll do is we'll use our IM show of OpenCV to display, let's write home surveillance and frame. So we'll display our frames or the video to our user, and then we are creating the key variable to close our window. Then if the key is equal to order of let's say q. If the user presses this Q button, this key will be triggered and our window will be closed. And this is where the main task begins. Now we have to collect all the images and then store them into a video. So this is how you will do. First of all, what we have to create is we have to create a argument parse class variable. So let me first write, then I'll explain you that how things are happening. Okay. Okay, so we have already created our argument parser class instance. Then what we are doing here is we are adding the output, which is our MP4 file, and the input, which is our JPJ image into our argument parser. Then what we have to do is let's create the arguments. First is the directory or the path where our images are present. So they are present in the same file where our Python program is. So we'll write simply a dot here. Then what we'll do here is, just a second. Then the first is input. So argument of the variable name is extension here. So we'll write extension and do the same for the output. Then what we'll do is we'll create a image variable and we'll store a empty list in this. This list will have all the names of our image files. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's create a for loop which will iterate through all the files in our folder and see if there is a JPJ file or not. And if there is a JPJ file, it will add it to our image list. Okay. Okay, so we have created a for loop which will iterate in our directory path, which is the same path in which our Python program is present. Then if f, which is a file, ends with extension, which is .jpj, then we'll append our image list with that file name. Okay, image.append f, which is the file name. Okay, so then what we have to do here is we have to find out the height and width of the video. And how can we do that? By seeing what is the height and width of our first image. Okay. Okay, so now what we are doing here is we are opening the first image in this image list and storing this into this image path variable. Then by using this cv2.imread method of OpenCV, we are opening that image by specifying the image path here. Then frame.shape, it will return three values. First is the height, then width, then channels. Okay, so then what we have to do here is we have to use the cv2.videowrite for class to specify that what will be the encoding of our video. Okay. Okay, so we have specified the encoding here using the video writer for class of OpenCV. We have specified that what will be the video format and all the things like the height and width, the encoding, the output extension. We have specified all the values here. Then comes the main part. We have to write all the data. Then comes the main part. We have to use all the data, the encoding, the input output extension, all the things to write the images on our video file. Okay. Okay, so we have created a for loop which will iterate through our image list, which is having the names of all our image files. So first in this image path variable, we are storing the path of all the images one by one. Then using the cv2.imread method, we are reading the data of the image file at this specific path. Then we are simply using the write method to write all this data which is present in this frame variable, which is the data of the image, into this out variable. Now what is this out variable? This out variable is variable with all the encoding and the extension, everything. Okay. Then after this task is done, we'll break our for loop which means our task is done. Then we'll simply do video dot release. It should be release and cv2 dot destroy all windows. Okay, so let's run our program and we are getting a error straight away. So from date time, import date time. I guess we are getting an output. Let me run this program once more and see the output because I wasn't paying attention this time because I was expecting one more error. So yeah, let's go back. Let's run our program. Yeah, this is my face. It is getting detected. This is the moment. And no face, face, no face, face. Okay. So let's press the Q button and it is freezed because the video is getting saved. Let's go to the folder. We are getting all the images here. And then this is our output video. Okay. So let's open this. Brilliant. So this is what the video will be. It is showing all the movement of the human face, and we are seeing a delay here because it is a slideshow of all the images. It will be very slow. And yeah, this was it. And here you can see the frames are missing in which the face was not detected. Okay. So yeah, this was it. This was a short video in which I have shown you, actually it was not short, but anyway, it was a video in which I have shown you that how you can create a small home surveillance system using Python. And I'll meet you in my next lecture. Bye bye.